Once a fortress, this building served as Paris's protection against Viking invasions along the Seine. Fast forward to the 16th century, it became the residence of King Francis I, who started collecting art in it. Now, the Louvre attracts millions of visitors annually. If you took 10 minutes to appreciate each of its more than 380,000 items, you'd need 7 years. So, here is the question. How much all these paintings are worth, or could you buy the Louvre itself? And how should one even begin to value art? Take a look at this painting. Would you offer a 1,000, maybe 100,000? What if I told you it was a Van Gogh, or that he painted 2 versions of it, and that the man in the painting was Van Gogh's doctor during his final weeks? This is Portrait of Dr. Gachet, Van Gogh's highest-selling painting, sold for $82.5 million in 1990s. It's truly crazy how much money some paintings can cost, yet some masterpieces have never hit the auction block. One of these is The Wedding at Cana by the famous Paolo Veronese, located in the Louvre. It's considered one of the most valuable paintings globally and far more expensive than other artists' works depicting the same scene. But what makes it so special? Its value can be attributed to several factors. First, it's massive. Seriously, the painting is so huge. It's nearly 2/3 as wide as a basketball court, making it one of the largest paintings globally. However, the era in which the artist painted it is very significant. Its importance is highlighted by the fact that The Wedding at Cana was created in 1563, during the late Renaissance, when the Venetian school was achieving a new level of brilliance in color and emotional expression. The painting illustrates a biblical story where Jesus, Mary, and his disciples were invited to a wedding in Cana. In a twist during the celebration, the wine runs out, and Mary turns to Jesus for help. Reluctantly, he transforms water into wine, saving the celebration with what is noted as his first miracle. Interestingly, Veronese also blends in elements from his own era, such as clothing and architecture, attempting to create a specific atmosphere and facilitate a better cultural understanding for the audience. He didn't paint it for sale. It was commissioned for the monastery in Venice. The painting covered a wall in the monks' dining hall, which explains its impressive dimensions. Sadly, this piece, along with his other famous work, The Feast in the House of Levi, later brought serious trouble for the artist. He was brought before the Inquisition for using secular characters in a sacred scene, which was seen as a form of disrespect to its holiness. Veronese defended his work, claiming he had the right to interpret and decorate scenes to his taste. Eventually, to escape punishment, he had to rename the work, diverting it from a biblical to a more generic narrative. This incident, along with the painting's backstory, added to its value. For over 2 centuries, The Wedding at Cana was hidden away in a monastery until Napoleon Bonaparte reshaped its destiny. Aiming to make Paris the cultural hub of Europe, he brought masterpieces from his conquests to the Louvre, which he had transformed from a royal palace into an art museum. The painting's size presented a logistical nightmare for Napoleon. He ordered to cut it into pieces for transport, and then it took French masters several years to reassemble it at the Louvre. This relocation was significant not just physically, but symbolically, as the painting moved from a religious setting into the realm of global art. Since becoming a museum, the Louvre has enforced strict rules prohibiting the sale of its holdings, which means that once painting was placed in the museum, it became truly priceless and unbuyable by even the wealthiest individuals. But despite strict policies, there have been efforts to reclaim this masterpiece, not by just any individual, but by an entire nation. Wondering how? Well, as previously mentioned, Napoleon had forcefully removed the wedding at Cana from Italy. In the early 2000s, the Italian art historian and politician Vittorio Sgarbi vocally argued that the painting should be returned to Italy, a sentiment echoed by many in Italy's cultural and political circles, and the Italian public at large. However, these efforts didn't result in action. France refused to return the painting, maintaining that it was acquired legally and is now rightfully theirs. Over 450 years, this painting has lived through many chapters, each adding layers to its story and its value. No one can really pin down how much this piece of art should cost. That's what auctions are for, where people, through their debates, set the price, often pushing it higher rather than lower. No price tag, whether it's $1 or $1 billion, can truly reflect the value of an artwork. These figures simply represent what people are willing to pay. The real significance of an artwork, the cultural value, historical importance, influence on subsequent artists, and its ability to inspire. These are aspects that are difficult to quantify in dollars and cents. This makes art distinct from other items, as its true worth often transcends material valuations. And I appreciate you watching this video all the way through. Feel free to point out anything I might have missed and share your opinions in the comments. Thank you, and catch you in the next one.